everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Bri, and fun fact, I get to be a mermaid for a living, hence why I've got all of this glamorous makeup on. So today's video is going to be installment number 5 in my Stash or Trash Makeup Decluttering Series. So without further ado, let's hop into the video. As I said, I just got off of work. This is the only time that I'm able to record, so if you're not a big fan of this drag queen makeup, I apologize, but we're gonna get past that and we're gonna move on to the makeup. So I am gonna have time slots in the description box as always. So the first half of the video is going to be all about the products that I used this past week and whether I like them or not. And then second half of the video is going to be the products that I'm going to be using this week. So we're gonna start off with the items that I used up, and there was only one item that I used up. This is the Milani Prime Perfection Face Primer, Hydrating and Pore Minimizing Primer. I really enjoyed this, but I am done, so I'm not gonna repurchase at this time. I feel like if I am going to purchase another Milani primer, I really wanna try their new primer. I think it's like the Strobe and Perfecting Primer. I heard it's beautiful, so I do want to try that. But for now, this one is going in the trash. For the products that I am actually letting go of, I do have a good amount of items. So first of all, I have 2 items that I talked about previously that I kept and that I'm actually not keeping anymore. I found items that are similar that I feel are better, or the quality no longer is the same as when I used it the first time around. And I'm going to show you those 2 items. Actually, I should say the 3 items. I used to rave about the setting spray, and this is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus setting spray. I hate this. First of all, it spritz out in a really weird way, and instead of giving you like an even spray, it sprays out sporadically. I love the smell, but I feel like it does nothing for the face. I feel like ever since I tried that Mario Badescu spray, this just does not compare. I actually think that this is expired. Then the other item that was really disappointing because I thought that I loved it, and then when I try to use it again, it's just terrible. This is the Essence lip liner in Satin Mauve. There's just no payoff, and I have lip liners that are very similar to this. I'm just gonna get rid of this. Doesn't mean that I'm gonna get rid of all of the Essence lip liners, but the Satin Mauve lip liner, I'm letting go. And then the other item that I used to love and I'm just not a fan of is the Maybelline Master Fix Setting and Perfecting Loose Powder. Guys, this leaves a terrible, terrible white cast. I mean, I've used up the majority of this. I don't even know if you guys, well, there's a lot of powder, but I don't know if you guys can see. I've used up the majority of this. I might see if anyone wants to try it that lives near me, and I'm just gonna give it to them for free. Now, for disappointing products that I'm actually going to be getting rid of, I have, like I said, a good amount of items. So the first one is the NYX Prismatic Eyeshadow in Girl Talk. Now, I will say this is beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. However, I have very shimmery eyeshadows that are very similar to this shade, and rather than hoarding and keeping 5 of the same type of eyeshadow, I figured that I would just stick to an eyeshadow palette because it's very rare that I reach into my single eyeshadows, and so I thought that I would just sell this and give this to a good home. These are the ColourPop Lippy Sticks. These are great except for this one. This one's dried out, so I'm actually going to toss that one. These 2 are wonderful, however, they don't work for my skin tone. I don't know why I kept them for this long, but it's Brink and Click. These just don't work for me, so I think I'm going to give these to my cousins or friends because I have had these for a while and I don't feel comfortable selling them, but I am going to give them to some friends. I am going to be letting go of these 2 eyeliners. This one is the Ben Nye Eye Pencil in Espresso, and this one is the NYX Slide On, Glide On, Stay On, and Definitely a Turn On. So for the Ben Nye one, it's a good eyeliner, but I feel like it takes a little bit of work in order to put it under your lower lash line, and I just don't feel like it's worth it. Plus, I just received 2 free liners, so I'm just gonna toss this. I've had this for a while, and for me, it's honestly not worth it. And then the other one, like I said, is the NYX one, and this one just transfers under my lower lash line. You can't see it right now because I do have a smoky under eye, but when I don't have a smoky under eye, this transfers right here in that lower outer V, and it's just not worth it to me, so I think I'm going to probably put this in a bundle and sell it. Now, for the items that I wasn't able to use this week, but I am going to put them in my stash because I want to use them for a later time, I have 2 items. So the first one is the ColourPop Lippy Stick in Chateau. It's a matte X formula, and I really love the color. I don't have anything like it in my collection, so I am going to keep it in my collection and I will use it on a later day to see if I love the formula or not. And then the other one was the NYX Prismatic Eyeshadow in Golden Peach. I don't have anything like this in my collection. At least I don't think so. I feel like it's a very unique shade. So I do want to test this out and see the longevity on my eyes and see if it works better than the Girl Talk Prismatic Eyeshadow. Now we're going to be talking about the products that are not cruelty free, but I'm basically just keeping in my collection for now to use them up. And the first one, as I always state, is the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer in Brunette. I'm basically done with this. I want to show you guys real quickly. I only have a little bit left, as you can see right there. So I feel like this will be good for maybe 1 to 3 weeks, and then I'll be done, and then I can move on and get something that is cruelty-free. This one, y'all, still hanging on for dear life. This is the Maybelline Master Prime Long Lasting Eyeshadow Base. Not gonna talk about it. You guys know how I feel about this, so I'm gonna keep using it up until it is gone. Everything else that I have right here, I love. So let's talk about the lip combo that I'm actually wearing on my lips right now. What I'm wearing is the ColourPop Lippy Pencil in Ellery, and then the Lippy Stick in Lumiere. It is a beautiful, beautiful burgundy shade and mixed with a beautiful mauve. I love the longevity of this. Even when reapplying, it's not crumbly, it's not messy, it's not sticky. It stays put, and even when you eat, there's still color on your lips. I love the formulations of these, so I definitely am going to be keeping these in my stash. And then the other color that I love is the ColourPop Lippy Stick in I Heart This. It's a beautiful, beautiful hot pink. I don't have too many hot pinks in my collection because I feel like most don't work with my skin tone. However, this does. So I'm definitely gonna keep this. By the way, if you're wondering what this background is, I'm actually in my bathroom. I have family here and they're all just watching TV, and so I really need to film this video. Didn't have much time to film it before Monday, so we are just improvising and filming in my bathroom. I have these 3 lip liners from Essence. I've talked about these like 2 weeks ago. I like these. I think these are great, and so I'm gonna be keeping all 3 of these in my collection. The liner I am keeping that I'm obsessed with is the Jessie's Girl Liquid Eyeliner. I love this. So great. So I'm actually going to be stashing this in my collection and using it for the next week. Oh, this one I'm actually on the fence, but this is the e.l.f. Matte for Matte Eyeshadow Palette. I love 5 of these shades. I do not like those shades, and I'm not the biggest fan of this one. So I don't know if I should keep this or not. I don't have very many drugstore palettes. I think these blend out beautifully, just the longevity is not that great. As you can see, I've been wearing this makeup for almost 12 hours and it is still going strong. However, I wear this and it maybe lasts for 6 hours, 7 hours, definitely not a full day's worth. My eyelids get super, super oily and it just doesn't stay put. So I do want to try this with a different base, see if it's just the base, and if it's not, and it's just these eyeshadows, then I will probably sell this. Now, a product that I just want to get through is the Cover FX Illuminating Primer. I don't know, it's neither here nor there, so I want to use it up, and then I can definitely give you my full opinion about it. It hasn't fully impressed me. It's good, it just hasn't wowed me. And y'all know my favorite base, this is the IT Cosmetics CC Cream, and then this is the Bare Minerals Bare Skin Complete Coverage Serum Concealer. Oh, my babies, my holy grails. Love these. I'm almost out of this one, so I'm gonna use it this week as well. But yeah, love these 2 items. For highlighter, I am keeping both of these. This one is Flexitarian and this one is Spoon. These are by ColourPop. Now, I believe Spoon is on its last leg, so I'm gonna keep it in my collection. But once it does dry out, I probably won't repurchase because I do have so many highlighters in my collection. But I really love the shade, so I will be keeping both of these. Now, the NYX Prismatic eyeshadow that I did use this week that I love is this one right here. This is the shade Frostbite. I use this in my drugstore Valentine's makeup look, which I will put up in the cards above, but it's a beautiful, beautiful blue. Now, this one lasts longer than the Girl Talk. It does fade a bit, but it still leaves that beautiful shimmery cast on your eyes. I really love this, and I don't have anything like this in my collection, which is why I'm keeping this single shadow. I feel like I'm gonna be getting rid of the majority of my single shadows unless A, they wow me, or B, I don't have anything like it in my collection. For my eyelashes, I have the Ardell Demi Wispies. I'm actually wearing them right now. Love them. They're on their last leg, so I feel like I can use these for probably like 1 or 2 more uses, and then I will just trash them, obviously. And then the glue that I use, which I love, is the Duo Brush On Adhesive with Vitamins. It's a great adhesive, and so definitely keeping this in my collection. All right, we're on our final 3 items. So we have the Wet n Wild blushes. Love these blushes, keeping them in my collection. I feel like if I were to get rid of any of them, it would be Apricot in the middle, but I do love these, especially combined together. And then the final item that I am keeping, this is the Pixie by Petra Brow Powder Palette. It's beautiful. It's what I'm wearing in my brows right now. It's great. So now that we are done with last week's products, let's hop into this week's products. Now, I ran out of bronzer, so I wanted to purchase a new bronzer, and I wanted to try out a new concealer, something that would help with my dark circles. So I do have a couple of new items that I will be sharing with you guys today, but these items that I'm most mostly using, the majority of them are high-end. Since I did a drugstore makeup tutorial last week, I thought that this week I would do a high-end Valentine's Day makeup tutorial. So all of these products I will be using for Valentine's Day, testing them out, seeing if I like them, and so on and so forth. For primer, I'm going to be using up the Cover FX Illuminating Primer. I used this past week. I have not used it up, so I just want to use it up and get rid of this little baby primer. For my face, I'm going to be using up this bottle or this tube of the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Cream. I'm in the shade Light. I love this. I'm almost done. I feel like this will be good for maybe one use. I do have a backup tube, which is why I wanted to get rid of this one, and then I can toss it, but I still have a backup tube, which thank the Lord. Now, a new product that I'm using in my collection is this Your Skin But Better CC Eye Color Correcting Concealer and Anti-Aging Brightening Serum. And it's by IT Cosmetics, and it is in the shade Light. I figured since I love this CC cream so much that I would try the concealer, and if I like this, then I have an alternative to my Bare Minerals Bare Skin, or maybe I can combine them together, which is what I'm going to do this week. So I'm going to combine the CC cream as well as the Bare Minerals Bare Skin concealer, combine them together, see if I like it, see if it can combat these dark circles that I have, and if so, then I've got my new Holy Grail pairing. As a freebie, because I did purchase that concealer on Ulta, they gave you a free gift, and it was the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Full Coverage Anti-Aging Waterproof Concealer, and this is in the shade Medium. So because this is similar to my skin tone, I thought it would be interesting to see how it would work on my pimples. I know it's supposed to be for your under eyes, but I just want to see if it works for your pimples or your blemishes or whatever. So if I like it, then at least I can use up this little tube. If not, then I can just toss it without any regrets. The powder I'm going to be using this week is by Tarte. I've used this before, but I love it very much, and I only have now one setting powder, and I just didn't want to use that this week. But this one is the Tarte Smooth Operator Amazonian Clay Tinted Pressed Finishing Powder, and this is in the shade Light. I love this. It looks beautiful on the skin, and you can't go wrong with this. The setting spray, which I'm so excited to use again, this is the Mario Badescu Skincare Facial Spray with Aloe Herbs and Rose Water. I was going to use some of my other ones just to use them up, but I really want to use this again, so I'm going to use it again this week, and then I'll use up my other facial sprays in the future weeks to come. For contour, I'm going to be using my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Bronzer. It's just the little deluxe sample, and I have a good amount of this left. The new bronzer that I purchased is this one right here. This is by IT Cosmetics. It is the Ombre Radiance Bronzer. This is gorgeous. So it has a little bit of a sheen to it, which I like. So I feel like it would give you this beautiful, beautiful glow from within and actually look like you're sun-kissed. So I think it would be fun to test this out, see if I like it, see the longevity. It does have some anti-aging ingredients in it, so that's really nice. And if I like this, then it'll be a Holy Grail item. The first highlight I'm going to be using is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector. This is in the shade Opal. This was a deluxe sample that I think I received in my Sephora Play box. I've yet to use it, but I thought I would test it out and see if I like the glow that it gives me. And then the highlight I'm going to be using this week is this one right here. This is by MAC, and it is the Soft and Gentle Mineralized Skin Finish. Now, the reason why I want to use this is obviously MAC is not cruelty-free. So I want to see if I like the finish of this. I mean, it is beautiful. Oh, it's so pretty, and it has a beautiful, beautiful glow, but I don't know how it's going to wear on the skin. Now that I've kind of figured out my Holy Grail highlights, I can compare them to those and see how I like the finish on my skin. If this gives me texture, then I will definitely go sell it in that bundle that I'm selling from MAC. But if I do like the texture, and I do like the wear, and I do like the color on my skin, then I will just definitely go ahead and keep this and use it up. And then for blush, I'm only using one blush. This is by Makeup Forever. This is a cream blush, and it is the shade 315. It is a beautiful, beautiful blush, but I don't really use creams. That is the shade right there. So I think it's gonna give a beautiful flush to my cheeks, and I think that this will pair well with the eye palette that I'm using this week, as well as the lipsticks that I'm using this week. For eyes, obviously I'm using the Maybelline Master Prime eyeshadow base. You guys know that, not gonna talk about it. But the eyeshadow palette that I will be using this week is this one right here by Anastasia. It is the Modern Renaissance palette. I've only used this once, and it was for a makeup tutorial that I used a while back. I will put a card up above. I feel like I'm gonna use these colors for my wedding for my bridesmaids, and I feel like this is the perfect palette for Valentine's Day week. So I want to play with it, see the longevity, and see if it's worth the hype. This week I'm going to be using my Jessie's Girl liquid liner. Love this. You guys know from this past week, I love this liner. I received these two from Influencer, and these are the Marc Jacobs Highliner pencils. And I know that I love this formula. This formula is beautiful. The longevity is great. It's super pigmented. I am so excited to use these this week, and it's really nice to have a great black and a great brown in my collection. For mascara, I'm using my Mally More is More mascara. This has actually become a holy grail mascara. Even though it's not waterproof, it does not transfer, and I feel like once I'm done with this, this will be my staple mascara. I did actually find some mascaras in my collection that I have not opened yet. I forgot that I had a little drawer of new items that I have not even touched or opened or used. So I have like about 3 of those mascaras, but I do want to get through this first. I know that I love this, so once I've gone through all of those and I have used this up, I will repurchase this, and I feel like this will be my go-to mascara. And then for my bottom lashes, I'm going to use up my Clinique Bottom Lash Mascara. I'm going to be using these eyelashes by my friend Nikki. These are half lashes, so you place them about right here in the middle of your eye and all the way out, and it just gives you this really flirty look. These are wispy lashes, and I'm really excited to use these. And I'm also going to use the Duo Brush On Adhesive with vitamins. For my brows, I'm going to use the brow products that I used last week, which are the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer, the Pixi by Petra Brow Powder Palette, and I'm also going to be using the Benefit Gimme Brow Gel. So I'm going to use all 3 of these together. I want to use up this, and I want to use up this, and then I will toss them. And last but not least, we're going to be talking about the 3 lipsticks I'm going to be using, and they are actually liquid lipsticks, and they are by Sephora. These are the Rouge Cream Lip Stains. So we obviously have this beautiful purple, which will be very interesting to see on my lips. I used this for my birthday, I think, last year. That's the last time I used it. I used it once and that was it, for a video of all things. Then I have this shade, which everyone loves. This is a coveted shade, 13. It's a beautiful mauve, and I'm actually probably gonna wear this tomorrow at the parks. And then this one is 1, which is their red. So I wanna use all 3 of these. If I don't like the formula, then I will definitely go ahead and give these to one of my friends who love liquid lipsticks. But if I do like the formula, then I will keep them, and I will use them up, and then I will trash them. Woo! I felt like I was in a marathon right there. I think this is the fastest I've gone through all of my products. But if you like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. Also, let me know in the comments what you're doing for Valentine's Day. I'm really curious. With that being said, I hope you guys have an amazing week, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.